Squat infiltrates Billy's garage to tamper with his latest invention, a device that would make two people capable of reading each other's thoughts, and he decides to test it on himself and Kimberly. Unbeknownst to them, Bulk and Skull are eavesdropping on them and decide that they want in on it. Of course, that will have to wait because they're met by a dog, presumably Billy's, who chases them off the property. If it is Billy's, I didn't think he'd be a German Shepherd type. Always thought of him as more of a Beagle or Jack Russell Terrier kind of guy. Anywho, Billy throws the switch, and thanks to Squat's meddling, this mind-reading device is turned into a mind-swapping machine. Because of this, we are treated to nerdy Kimberly and...
Will you please, speak English? Yeah, push Shift F4, and then you push this grungy button over in the corner.
But that's the delete key.
Not that corner, silly, this corner. People think I've gone totally manky or something. Look at the way I'm looking. My hair, my makeup. Yuck!
If you're Kimberly, then this is...
Obviously somebody who doesn't know how to put on makeup.
Sassy, gay Billy. For most of the episode. Okay, a little inside baseball talk here. When I first wrote this episode of the Retrospective, I originally lambasted this part because of the hindsight uncomfortableness of having Billy act like Kim due to the real-life homophobia that David Yost faced during his time on the show. In fact, I was even going to open it by saying, "Hey kids, want to see a grown man cringe himself to death thanks to current knowledge while revisiting a show from his childhood? I bet you do!" I also launched myself into a whole spiel about Dave and the strained relationship he more than likely had with the show before coming back for the 30th anniversary movie and Cosmic Fury. Then some info made its way to me. I found out that this episode is actually one of his favorites.
What?
Yeah. This episode where Billy acts like a sassy gay guy wasn't the writers trying to mock David for his orientation, but him actually having fun with it. I brought this up to some of my friends in a Discord voice chat once, and one of them said something that helped me see it in a different light than my initial one during my note-taking process. That this episode may have been an outlet for him to express himself while working in an environment that wasn't exactly being good to him behind the scenes. I'll admit the uncomfortableness of hindsight, at least to me, is still kinda there, but if the man himself was okay with it to the point he singled it out as one of his favorite episodes, it helps alleviate it. So with their brains swapped, Rita brings out a monster simply called the Genie to destroy the Rangers. True to his mythology, he's confined to a lamp, which plays perfectly into Rita's plan. He's sent to Earth in his lamp so that he'll be able to catch them off guard. Unfortunately for Rita, she tasked Squat and Babu with taking him there. Surprisingly, they didn't completely mess it up. Not gonna lie, I was expecting at least one of them to destroy the lamp with the Genie still inside. Zordon picks up on its presence and sends the Rangers to retrieve the lamp and bring it back to the command center.
There, that's it! I got it! Look everybody, I got it! I got the lamp! What do you suppose it is?
Guys, we've got to get this thing to Zordon right away.
I don't understand, Zordon. You said this was an emergency, but it's just an antique oil lamp. What's so dangerous about it?
What is dangerous is the Genie who was once inside it. Rita has sent him to destroy the power lead.
Before Zordon can divulge into why he told them to retrieve the lamp, the alarm goes off and Goldar and the putties have arrived on Earth. So they do their usual thing and Morphin teleport to where they are to take care of them. A short time into the fight itself, Zordon realizes that Goldar was sent as a diversion and that the real threat is still the Genie. So he tells Alpha to teleport them to his location. It doesn't go well, so they're teleported back to the command center. They talk about what would be the best plan of action until Billerly suggests working together.
Like we always do?
What I find odd in this part is that Zordon doesn't question at all that Billy and Kimberly aren't talking the way they usually do. So they teleport for round 2 with the Genie, but they're also met by Rita, and for once, she actually does something instead of letting the monsters do all of the heavy lifting. At least for a few seconds before growing the Genie, so the dinosaurs are called out, but with an interesting little twist.
Log on! Yeah! Yeah! Zach here, I'm kicking it.
Kimberly, Billy,
Trini, ready to rock! Billy, online!
It's Megazord time, but before we can even see the fight, we cut back to Alpha panicking until Zordon tells him to find out the genie's power, and just like most genies, the source comes from the lamp. Alpha was going to zap it in the teleporter, he even says so himself.
We'll zap it in the teleporter!
But Zordon warns about the potential of overloading the Morphin grid and destroying it and everything that's connected. After this little revelation, we see the genie stomping the Rangers into paste. The situation grows ever more dire until Zordon gives Alpha the command to zap the lamp, effectively destroying it and the genie. So yeah, this is the first time where the Rangers don't beat the monster of the week, but Alpha. This is what I call a savor the flavor moment, because we won't be seeing this for a long time. We return to Billy's garage to see him and Kimberly return their brains to their bodies, and vice versa with Bulk and Skull, which unfortunately gets confirmed when Skull does his usual parrot shtick.
Are we back to normal?
Yeah. Normal?
Oh yeah, Bulk and Skull swapped minds early in the app. He asks Billy if he can borrow his brain for his upcoming math test, and Billy obviously shoots him down. Remember, Narvi, you almost played that guy. I will admit that seeing Alpha get his moment as the one who ultimately defeats the genie, the latter of whom actually being the closest so far to killing the Rangers, and the brain swap Bulk and Skull parts were the highlights of the episode. As for the episode itself, it was pretty mediocre. Yeah, Kimberly got me to crack a smile, but aside from that and the aforementioned highlights, there's really not much else. Definitely not worth the vitriol and soapboxing I originally had when I originally wrote the script for this episode. Luckily, the next one will be a lot better, because next time, we're going to be talking about the 5-parter that put the franchise on the map, and introduced us all to the legend.